Hello.
I'm willing to bet Discord probably kicked you out, huh?
Yeah.
It does.
It's like
that.
3 minutes, and then it's like, nope.
Alright, well, let's get back to it.
Yep.
I believe we left off... Oh, it actually just says the Western Cave. As I recall, we just finished clearing the Metroids out from the mining facility, and we are heading further down.
I think so.
Just gotta watch out for these, whatever these buzzsaw dudes are coming out of the wall!
Remember to give me my view.
Oh, right, I completely forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I kinda need to do that. There you go.
Yippee!
I knew I was...
I can see with hopefully better than the Twitch delay.
Right. Let me know if you have any issues actually seeing it.
Right now it seems to be working fine.
Cool.
You are a ball rolling around.
If I'm not mistaken, there's actually a speed booster thing over here. Yep. There's an item we can get. It's a bit tricky to get, though, because you gotta build up your speed up here, and hitting an enemy costs you your shine spark. There we go. Right here in the lava.
Alright.
And just check the map. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Oh, this room. I hate this room. Because we have to deal with these flying bird head things, and we also got to deal with these armored dudes that we can't do anything about yet. Oh, crap.
Burning, 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 burning.
You like the burning, don't you? Okay.
Alright, and now...
Alright, we have Metroids in the area. 6. Log entry. The tower.
This facility is operating on an emergency power supply. Thermal readings indicate that there is at least one functional device located deep inside the building.
So there's a fun fact about this area that I'm going to share when we find something.
Okay.
But suffice to say, this is probably my favorite area in the game, or one of them. Because a lot... Ooh. Oh no. Fire bad!
Yeah, fire is bad.
I hate these things. Alright.
Well, I see a Metroid husk there.
Okay, we can't get through there, because that's a power bomb door. Y'all can't catch me, I'm space jumping! Screen transitions. Funnily enough, I think we actually can kill those guys if we, like, speed boost into them. And you can see this door here is locked because there's no power. I'm just filling out the map at the moment. Because there's just a ton of map here.
Yeah, I can tell.
You can see lots of Metroid husks, too. So, a lot of Metroids to get.
Yep.
Rudeness. I don't think this leads to a... No, it doesn't. This is just a save point. I don't need it right now. But it's there. So nice to know. Yeah, I hate these things, and there's not really much we can do about them right now. Because they're armored, so Wave Beam won't really do much. Okay, that looks like something I'm gonna have to spider ball to get to. What do I got up here? Aha!
Nice.
Okay. There's still some more down here that I can fill out. And basically everywhere that offshoots from here is going into a Metroid den. So we need to go in here first, I believe. You can see there's a thing up there. But we can't get it because the door's locked. So we're just gonna go this way instead. Through the air vents. And that's a new block. That's a power bomb block. So
Yep.
now
And
power...
You don't have those quite yet.
Yep, and power bombs are going to be a thing very soon. And here we are. The tower again.
The immense tower houses a weapons R&D facility. The robots patrolling within are combat drones equipped with weapon prototypes and advanced shield plating. They possess superior AI and are programmed to fire at any living target, keeping the tower sterilized of organic matter very efficient. Proceed with caution.
Okay, so we're down an energy tank, but that really shouldn't be too big a problem. So the big thing to worry about is this guy. You can see he took a lot of shots.
Yep.
I think we also have some of those diagonal bouncing dudes around here too. Okay, these guys are annoying. You'll notice they have that little shield that faces you wherever you go, so you can't shoot them head on. And now this room's got a bit of a extra thing that you have to keep in mind. You have to try and dodge these laser grids, which I'm not particularly good at. But now we can actually go through the door. Care to take a guess as to what's back here?
Oh. Boss fight.
Not just a boss fight, probably one of the best designed bosses in the game, the Tester.
The unit performs 360-degree live fire tests of prototype weapons. Scans indicate the exterior armor is resistant to beam weaponry, while the interior is further protected by an energy field that repels.
You cut out.
Auto repair system. Oh, what?
You cut out during the last sentence of the first paragraph. Further protected's where you ended off.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah. Auto repair systems and the cannons can mend all damage within seconds. Schematics reveal these systems were applied due to earlier models' cannons being exposed to exceedingly violent tests. Similar to your power suit, the unit's modular design allows for the addition and removal of equipment.
So I'm gonna put this boss into words that I know you would appreciate. Imagine Legion if he was a Danmaku boss.
Awesome.
Okay, that's the Spazer. So something that I want to point out with this guy, specifically in regards to this region of the map, is in the original Metroid 2, this area was in fact a weapons R&D facility, but because the original Metroid 2 did not have stacking beams, you could only find various like power-ups, and once you picked one up, you'd hang on to it until you got another beam, and when you picked up another beam, it would replace the one you had. And this area was the place where, in the original Metroid 2, where you could get all of the beams and kind of swap them out at your leisure. And this guy uses attacks that are parallel to all 4 of the beam upgrades from the original Metroid 2. So far we've seen Spazer, which is the yellow one, the pink one is Wave Beam, that green one there is Plasma, which we don't have yet, and he also has an Ice Beam, and he also shoots missiles, as you can see. Okay, he's going... Ah, here comes the Ice Beam. So for Ice Beam, you want to hang out kind of around down here. Okay, he's doing Spazer again. But yeah, the dude is very much a Danmaku boss, just not as crazy. Oh, now he's using the Ice Beam again. Okay, Wave Beam, not bad, just get in the corner. Okay, got all of his shell, so now I can actually hit him. So the whole thing about the auto repair systems is you can destroy the cannons as much as you like. They will always come back when you do. And if you don't destroy his shell fast enough, it will also eventually regenerate, kind of like the Zebatites in Mother Brain's room. But once you destroy the outer shell, it stays gone. And more or less, once all of his shells are gone, you just gotta get up there and beam him in the face. And as you can see, I'm having no trouble keeping my energy topped off.
Yeah, he drops a lot of stuff, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's dead.
He has so many breakable parts. Ah, there are some of the bishop dudes in here. Guess what? I've got the Wave Beam, sucker! Ah. Alright, now things in here are not going to be as much of a hassle.
Plasma Beam!
So what this does is it gives our beam piercing properties. It acts similarly to the Breach Cutter from Deep Rock Galactic. Every frame it's over the enemy is damage that gets done. To compensate for that, though, we can't spam it as fast. And to kind of let you get a look at it on its own.
Yeah.
Looks cool when it's just the when it's got plasma and spacer, though. Nice little fork beam. But the nice thing about the plasma beam is, as it does mention, it does pierce armor plating, so we can finally deal with these things.
Yep, and you do a lot more damage.
Oh yeah. Because not only does it do the Breach Cutter thing, where it's, you know, per frame of interaction, it in general just does more damage.
Yippee!
Ow. we've got some company up here.
Uh-oh.
And our first Metroid is a new species of it. The Zeta Metroid.
Zeta Metroids! After a substantial transformation of its body, the Metroid's power and defenses greatly improved. Though the Zeta Metroid can no longer fly due to its immense weight, its new legs are strong enough to carry it and perform great bursts of speed. The arms can deliver powerful strikes, and its mouth glands can spray a highly corrosive substance. Its true prior forms were akin to a pupal phase. Discarding the Gamma Metroid's exoskeleton marked the beginning of its adulthood.
These are probably the easiest... I'd say probably the second easiest Metroids to deal with. Mostly because you can hit them horizontally really easily because they don't fly anymore. If you are standing on an even horizontal plane with them, you can just shoot them straight and you can hit them. They will start parrying missiles as their health gets low. I believe at their fastest rate, they parry every other missile. So use super missiles early. They also have that sonic beam attack. They like juggling you, as you can see. Yeah, see, he just parried my super missile there. Yeah, sometimes Samus doesn't like shooting missiles immediately after turning around. That acid spit, by the way, kind of acts like a machine gun. It'll do damage rapidly.
Alright. And that's our first Zeta, Dad.
Yep, and there's going to be a lot more of those where that came from.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, now, unfortunately... Oh, wrong button. To make any further progress, we are going to have to kill all the Metroids around here, so... time to go save to get my missiles restocked, and then we've got Metroids to kill.
Yep, it's time to do some slaying.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only major power-up you can get here without killing Metroids first is the Plasma Beam. There are other power-ups we can get, but we need the lava level to go down before we can get them. Bye!
Well, that one died fast.
Yep, super missiles, man. Super missiles. Alright, so the next one should be down here. Also, this is what our Metroid breeding grounds look like now. No more green goop.
Just spikes.
Yep, and lots of them. There's probably going to be a Zeta in here, because this is mostly kind of flat. This one's annoying, because he can knock you out of the room. Okay, yep. He's had enough of my super missiles. Ideally, you don't want to get caught by this guy, period, but if you do end up getting caught by him, try getting caught on the left side. I remember when I was doing my third practice run for the game, he caught me in a wombo combo. I think I accidentally hit his head trying to jump over him. Then he did the double slash, and then he followed it up with the acid spit. And the acid spit hit me with enough knockback to knock me out of the room. So I had to redo the entire fight.
Dang.
And that's actually one of the nice things, is for the most part, you can escape a vast majority of Metroid encounters if it's not going right. You can come back with more health and energy. The Metroid will be fully healed, but you can always try again. I think there may be 1 or 2 instances where you get locked in with a fight with a Metroid, but that doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one's up top.
Higher up we go then.
I mean, not like height's a problem. We got the space jump now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy. This reminds me of, that reminds me of several different game sections in different games. Of the fly around spikes.
I think this one's a gamma. Yep.
Good.
Now notice the Gamma Metroid's electric attack can destroy this sand. That's going to come into play later.
That's another one dead.
Yeah, we have enough of a stock of super missiles that, barring a particularly evasive Alpha Metroid, we can kill them pretty quickly. Okay, we can actually get that. I think we have to go this way to get that. We have to kill all the enemies up here. Boom! Just shine spark, get rid of him. Hope you like it being pitch black.
Yeah. Got a couple items to get.
Yep, there's a missile tank, and going this way should allow us to get to that energy tank up there.
Energy tank. Good to get more health.
Mm-hmm. And that missile, I think we have to go up this way to get. Aha! There it is. I was a bit too slow.
Yeah, that one's a little mean.
Take that.
Got it.
I was actually going to test it. Well, no, that would make that too easy if that was a bomb block. So yeah, no, never mind. We can just head back out this way.
Alright.
If I'm not mistaken, there's only 3 energy tanks left. Okay, so there's 2 more Metroids we can get, which are both off in this direction. If I'm not mistaken, one is a Zeta and one is a Gamma. Okay, this is the Gamma. So we're gonna have to kill this one quickly.
Yeah, I can kind of tell from the fight.
Oh, I can see why.
It's dead.
Yep. If that thing destroys all the sand, you might as well leave.
Because you're just going to be taking a lot of damage.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna hit up that save point down there before going after the Zeta, because I need all my super missiles back. Can't do anything with that door. Also, these little maintenance drones, they look cute, they're harmless.
Alright.
So, you can't shoot them, you can't interact with them, they're just there doing their jobs. Okay, this one I think is the Zeta. Ah, yes, because it's got this little thing here. This one, they're mixing things up. Because remember how I mentioned you can hit Zeta Metroids head-on if you are level ground with them. That dash attack makes this particular Zeta Metroid kind of tricky, because he can do the dash attack to land inside one of those holes, at which point, you know, he won't be on level ground with you anymore. Ah! I believe I just got triple hit there.
Possibly.
Well, I hit the spikes, bounced into him, and then he bounced me into a spike pit. The nice thing, though, is that he does have to stop to actually, like, jump over the pit. Oh, he knocked me out of there, you son of a bitch! Oh, dang. Okay, I am...
Back to the same point for you!
I am not fighting a Zeta without super missiles. That's gonna take forever with regular missiles. So, dang. Okay! Take two! I gotta say that's pretty funny, because I'm pretty sure that little barricade is there to specifically stop that from happening.
Yeah.
So you idiots out of spite.
Whenever I see the fly through spike thing, there's a particular level in Shantae 4 that comes to mind. Nice.
Oh, not again. Get on the ledge, Samus.
Nice.
Oh no, not again. You are not kicking me out of this room.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah! Went down much easier that time.
Alright, that's another one down.
That should be all the Metroids in the area, which means we can fully explore the place.
Yep, so all the lava's gonna go down.
Yeah, we should be good to just head down here, because now the lava's not in the way. Some pretty heavy-duty security here.
Yep. That's a lot of bomb blocks in a row.
Yep.
Another. There we go.
Your donations are deemed acceptable. Especially since they're restocking my super missiles for me. Though I probably won't be using those too much in here. Notice how hot the ground's getting. We're going pretty far down.
Yep.
Elevator shaft.
Down you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and mention this area that we're in right now is entirely original to AM2R. Because power bombs did not exist in Metroid 2. So, yeah, this whole area is kind of designed around them. Much like how the this section up here in the manufacturing plant was designed around the speed booster. If I'm not mistaken, we don't need to kill you, we don't need pickups. If I'm not mistaken, there's only one more unique power-up in that respect that was not in the original Metroid 2, and that's in the next area. A new log entry. The power plant.
This geothermal plant generates the power to run all the other facilities in the cave complex. Water from the hydro station is injected into the system using insulated pipes. Sophisticated turbines use the heat of the local environment, being extremely efficient with minimal loss of water. The massive amount of energy produced is stored in isolated arrays of power cells. One of these has lost some structural integrity, and any significant change in temperature could overload it.
A significant change in temperature, you say? Say hello to the escape sequence of the game.
Oh, go, 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 go!
So the original Metroid 2, I believe, is the only Metroid game that does not have an escape sequence of some kind. Also, the tank prototype.
Sensors on its head provide it with accurate aim. However, the alloy protecting it has weakened with time, along with the arm and track section. Protecting these parts may grant you tactical advantages. Hardware scans reveal this tank was to be mass-produced. Originally remote-controlled, a basic AI is now active due to a lack of commands.
So this guy's really easy because you can just do this and wave beam him to death. I want to destroy the tank treads first so that way he can't push me back. The arm cannon will get destroyed along with the tank treads, which will stop him from firing plasma beams at you. Or, well, just regular shots. And then destroying the head makes the missiles less accurate, which means you can then just shoot its core with more or less impunity. Really easy, he's just kind of here to waste your time. The fact that you can kill him without needing to use missiles is a big help.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Out of here, go, go, go!
must have missed a block somehow.
Yeah.
So, about all those bomb blocks that were lined up in here.
Power bomb.
I saved the power bomb specifically for that, because otherwise you have to blow them all up one at a time. And those are just there to make you take forever. Come on, you slow freaking doors, open! Ow.
Oh.
So, paradoxically, despite the fact that this place just exploded and we probably shouldn't be here right now because we're nearly dead, going back this way is actually the safest way to go. Because, well, the whole place exploded. Everything in here is dead. So, yeah, I think it's up here. Because if you actually...
You're at 5 health.
Yep, not for long.
Okay.
Yep, now there should be... Yeah, there's a speed boost block up there, and we have enough space to actually build one up, so... Okay, I think I need a super missile for this, actually. There it is. Come on. Up you go. So we get a free missile tank and a complete energy refill. Now, the alternative to coming this way is, if you prefer, you can make your way back to the save point up above at the base of the tower. However, to do that, you will need to bypass a enemy. However, most of the flying enemies actually have despawned for that sequence, so that way you don't have to worry about them homing in on you and killing you before you can get to the save point. Like, I think it's this guy. This guy's the only one around. Until you go back in here and save. And I actually do need to save because I need power bombs. This is the only way to get them back. As I mentioned in the previous episode, there are no power bomb pickups that drop from enemies. If I want more power bombs, I either have to save or find a power bomb tank. And let me just say, power bombs in this game...
Power bomb tanks.
Yeah, power bombs in this game are stupid good. Most Metroid games that allow you to get power bombs will make it so that power bombs don't work on bosses. In this game, they do. It's not obscene for the most part, but it does have its uses, and it's nice for power bombs to finally be useful in boss fights.
That works.
Okay.
Missile tank acquired.
Yep, super missiles. That should be everything here inside the tower proper. And power bombs are treated exactly like the screen nukes they were meant to be. They do a lot of damage across a wide area, and it's awesome. Now I believe, yep, missile tank. We could have gotten that earlier if we felt like taking a lava bath, but I didn't feel like taking a lava bath. Alright, I think that's everything here. So, let me go ahead and head on back out. Because we are done with this area. The lava has receded some more. And now that the lava has receded, those stupid bird heads will stop spawning, so we can just go this way. And the game wants to make sure you have power bombs before going through, because you need them to break those rocks.
There's a bit of lava there.
Just a bit.
And new area.
Yep. we can't go down. There's a thing blocking the way, so we gotta go this way. 8 Metroids in here.
Yep.
If my memory is serving me correctly, the Metroid population in this area consists of 5 alphas, 2 gammas, and a zeta. The distribution center.
This cave has a massive building outfitted with electrical conduits and water pipes. One of the pipes has collapsed, and water steadily floods the lower sections of the facility. Data is insufficient to determine the structure's functionality.
So this area is entirely unique to AM2R. In the original Metroid 2, the area of the tower was the last main area before going to the final one. However, there are still some power-ups missing. If we actually look at the Samus screen here, we are missing a misc and a suit. I mean, technically we're also missing a beam. So yeah, we still need 3 power-ups. One of which is unique because it did not appear in Metroid 2 originally.
Well, I know the last beam is going to be the ice beam.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what the other 2 do. I know I can kind of guess suit, but my mind is blanking on name, but...
Okay, can't go that way because the door is locked. I believe this is also the single largest cavern area in the game. Ah, we can't get that because we need to speed boost to get that one. And we can't speed boost down there yet.
Dang.
Ah, no. Gotta climb all the way back
There you
down.
go!
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't spider ball underwater, so just gotta keep going, I guess. You'll notice these guys down here are also a lot more aggressive now that they can swim.
Yep.
Okay, no way to really go but forward because we can't go down and we can't go up. So this area is more puzzle-based than the other areas we've been to so far. Because not only do you have those saw blades, we gotta deal with these things. You thought the tester was a Danmaku enemy? If you do any kind of damage to these, or hell, even if you touch them, they will begin their self-destruct sequence and do that.
Yep. Yep, and then they do like a spray of bullets.
So, for the moment, the best way to deal with them, if we can't get away with not destroying them, is to find a place of cover.
Yeah.
And just shoot them, get behind cover.
Yeah, because it looks like it's like 3 waves of blue bullets.
Yep. And unfortunately, we do not have a method of destroying them without setting them off. Uh-oh.
Well, this is about to get fun.
I probably could have turned off the wave beam and had a little bit more luck. Or maybe just the spazer. Turning off the spazer probably would have worked, but... Here we gotta be sneaky. I did not. I did not shoot them on purpose. Samus turned around without me telling her to.
That's funny.
And another power node. The distribution center.
This facility is a power distribution center. The wiring linked to this facility provides power to various structures within the region. All excess energy is stored in portable spherical cells, which are distributed throughout the intricate passages of the cave system via vacuum pipes and carrier drones. These cells are filled to maximum capacity. Any exposure to beam weapons will destabilize the energy charge. Oh god.
It's not as bad as you think. Oh, I missed a couple of spaces in there. That won't do. There we go.
Was there any more in the previous rooms, Nest? Or no?
Nah. Well, I mean, there is that little bit outside, but there's nothing we can do about that until we get another upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to have to shoot these, unfortunately, because... Speed booster. Now, if we do this correctly... Nope.
Good job.
If we had actually managed to dodge that guy correctly, or not run into him, we would have been able to build up a speed boost, and the speed booster can kill these guys instantly. No issue. Now, I believe, yeah, there's screw attack blocks there, can't do anything with those.
Ah.
So we will be coming back up here to get that, but otherwise... So, now we have this thing. Say hello to the puzzle of the area.
Ah. Put ball in spot for ball.
Yep, and
Perfect.
that opens a door. We've seen these before in other areas.
Yep. Why is the first game that came to my mind for this kind of puzzle Shantae 1?
Never played it, wouldn't
That's
know.
like the most random thing. It's not even the same exact way of doing a ball puzzles like this. Though it's very similar.
So,
but for some reason, that's the first thing.
remember how exposure to beam energy will destabilize the charge in the power cells? Notice it did not blow them up. It powered them down, more or less. And if we get caught in the blast, you'll notice it kind of puts some static around our arm cannon.
Yep.
If you destroy these things with a beam, it causes an electromagnetic pulse, effectively. It disables all machines and disables your arm cannon. And as long as we have access to one of these, those are going to be our main method of dealing with these explodey dudes until we have a better means of dealing with them. So notice that you can bounce these things around with explosions without setting them off. Specifically, you can use any explosive. It's not just bombs. Missiles and super missiles will also do the trick.
Game saved.
That was mainly to get my health back, because I bungled getting past some of those things really badly.
You bungled avoiding the Danmaku.
Plus, we have a friend in here. Hi.
Oh, hi Zeta.
So, something to keep in mind is the claw attack that the Zeta Metroid can do is coded as a beam-type weapon in the code. So, this thing's claw swipe attack can destroy these orbs. And that's kind of the gimmick for this particular Zeta fight. Okay, he didn't do it. But the thing to note about the arm cannon being disabled is that it disables it completely. Not just your beam, also your missiles.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea for that particular Zeta.
Yeah, but that Zeta decided not to even try, so...
More or less, yeah. That's probably the most passive Zeta I have ever seen.
Also, for the record, I have been trying to think of a Toho joke to make with the Doku enemies. I can't think of any enemy character in Toho that does blue bullets in this way. Which is... mostly because Toho, like, the whole point is they try to make the bullet designs more intricate and,
yeah,
like, based on the character.
Like, from
and
what
these are very simple rings of blue.
Yeah, from what I understand of how Toho works, is that the bullet patterns themselves are considered works of art.
Pretty much, yeah. The idea is that the characters designed their own spells, and they're designed on their personality. Now, it's not to say there aren't ones that are fairly simple. There is a specific character that's actually her gimmick, is that all her spells are super simple because she doesn't give a shit. Because Junko's whole joke is Junko does not care, and all of her bullet patterns are very simplistic. Because, I mean, literally one of her spell cards is called Pristine Dogmaku for killing a person. And it's just a stream of micro dodging through rings of bullet patterns, like very simple bullet ring patterns.
Oh, I missed one. Alright. Where did that thing bounce?
I don't know.
Oh, it went all the way down here.
There it is.
There is a door over here, but you can see that it is locked. So we're gonna need to bounce this thing down here. These actually do get a bit more complicated. They're pretty easy when they're in here. I would liken this to Spheda, funnily enough, from Dark Cloud 2, because it's effectively a form of golf. And it's actually easier in the later game areas than it is earlier on, for more or less the same reason. The earlier areas have places where the ball can go off course, so to speak, very easily.
Alright. Open door.
Okay, we need to be
There's
very careful in here.
I can see why. Yeah, if you set those off, you're in trouble.
And as you have no doubt noticed, these things can set off chain reactions with each other.
Yep.
Hold up, we got a bot. Let me get rid of that. Ban you, especially since you're advertising AI viewers. Ugh.
Yeah, gross. Get out of here.
No AI in my channel.
Good. Also, speaking of Toho earlier, I'm looking for... It's funny that the Toho 6 thing that wasn't even in the English Nintendo Direct is literally the best thing from the Nintendo Direct for me.
But anyway...
It was only shown in the Japanese one. Also, screw attack.
Yep, and it's just as powerful as it is in Zero Mission. Probably even more so. You basically use somersaults into enemies and you destroy them. Considering it's not counted as a beam weapon. Can missiles kill these? No, missiles also set them off. Granted, I've never tried that. So yeah, these...
Boom, 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 boom.
these things can only be destroyed by the speed boost / shine spark and the screw attack. But now that we've got the screw attack, we've basically got nothing to fear in here anymore.
I mean, it's the screw attack. This is like one of the most hallmark weapons in Metroid.
Yep. Can't go that way still.
Yep. Onwards, this way.
Worth saving since we picked up the screw attack.
Yep.
We got one of the best upgrades.
Okay, and that leads back in here. I want to go this way before going down into that door.
Bubbles.
I think these things are called Meeboids, but I could be wrong.
I don't know my Metroid enemies, I'll be real.
Oh, never mind. I think
know-
I have come here prematurely. I can't be here yet. This is not going where I thought it was going to go.
Alright. I'll be back.
Okay.
After getting hit like twice.
Yep. I see where we need to go. We need to go up this way. Because I think we can go this way now that we have the screw attack. I mean, that works. Pretty patterns. Oh, at least they have the decency to drop energy when they self-destructed. Very nice. Yes, we can head up here now. This is where I want to go. You'll notice that map area is marked in purple. We'll be coming back for more of that, but we have these EMP fields in the background that disable our arm cannon.
Interesting.
Note that, however, they do not disable the screw attacks, so we are not completely defenseless while standing in these things. Okay, we can't use bombs, so we'll have to come back here once we're not going to be dealing with those EMP fields to lay bombs down. Okay, so let me tell you what you're supposed to do here. There is a little passageway up here that you can use to get on top of this and dodge the EMP field to blow this thing up. These need bomb blocks. Or you could just do this.
Power bomb.
And
Heck yeah.
look at this.
Gravity suit.
The endgame suit.
Yeah. And it purple.
Yes. So, the gravity suit's main function is that it does give more defense than the Varia suit. It removes friction from liquids, both water and lava, and it protects us from these EMP fields. So now we can use our arm cannon and other weapons inside these places.
Nice.
And now we're back way down here underwater.
Yep.
And now we have a platforming gauntlet because, yay,
Oh boy.
you can actually
More
platform
fight.
you can actually platform underwater now. So best start practicing. And notice we are back outside the building. We are on the other side of the cave now.
Yeah, there's some stuff missed underneath. Lower down.
We'll be going back.
Alright. More power bombs. Always
Yep.
good.
Basically, if you need to use a power bomb to get something, it'll get you a power bomb. That unlocks that door, which lets us get out back over there. And there really isn't much else over here aside from that power bomb tank.
Yeah, so it's mostly time to just get back to where we were earlier.
We can actually go back to the other side of the building and go down into the underground part now. Because we've got the gravity suit, we can actually function underwater. Now, I actually will be going back into that purple room. There really isn't much of interest in there that I want to grab right now. But I will want to go back there once I have all the power-ups.
Okay.
Alright, this area can be a little tricky to navigate because of how enclosed it is. I believe now that I've got the gravity suit, I am more than well equipped enough to go down here and deal with this. Say hello to probably one of the roughest Alpha Metroid encounters in the game. If I could hit the damn thing. 5 Alpha Metroids! Alpha Metroids at once.
Yep.
Missile spam is your friend just to clear the room. Once you're down to 1, it's not that bad. And you can see we knocked out a pretty good chunk of the Metroid population just from that room alone.
Yeah, we only have 2 left.
Yep, and that's 2 gammas. So... I'll go back for that item later, I think. Yeah, that'd probably be a good way to do it. So I do actually want to head through here now, because I can actually do something over here. Notice even the plasma beam doesn't do anything to these things.
I assume you need ice beam.
Yep. But we are now underwater.
Yep.
How did I miss every single one of those guys? Jeez.
Nice job.
I'm surprised this save point functions, considering it's completely submerged, but it's Chozo Tech. It can do basically anything. But yeah, we only have 1 power-up remaining.
Yep. The ice beam.
Should be through here. This room's not ominous at all. Oh, hey! It's the ice beam!
Yep.
So now we have the most powerful beam combination in the game. Now, just to kind of show you, It does use Zero Mission's Ice Beam graphic with a little bit of added particle flare.
Okay.
And then we combine that with Spazer. We shoot icicles. Add plasma onto that. Get slightly bigger icicles. And then we get our ultimate beam. So the ice beam in this game is literally just pure damage. Because the developer of the game rightfully figured, why would you need it to platform to jump off of enemies when by the time you get here you should have the space jump? So frozen enemies just fall to the ground dead.
Canning bioform.
Ceres.
Ceres. Oh, of course. An amphibian predator capable of reaching ultra-high speeds, making it the fastest animal on SR-388. The layer of skin on its underside serves as a respiratory organ and is sensitive to sudden drops in temperature. Its many eyes and segmented body allows great efficiency in vision and body movement. When a Ceres moves to a new location, it digs passageways to channel the water from its previous home to prevent dehydration. This behavior likely flooded the distribution center.
Unlike the Ceres in Metroid Fusion, this one's not a pest.
Whenever I look at water worms like this, my first thought for boss fight, at least in boss fight terms, is Rahab in Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
Yeah,
Wait, this fight is less boring. Because Rahab in Dawn of Sorrow kind of sucks. Because it's basically sit and wait boss.
I don't even remember Rahab, so...
You played Dawn of Sorrow all the way through, right?
Yeah, I played it once.
Yeah, it's fine if you don't remember Rahab. He is like the least interesting. He is probably the worst boss.
But anyway, the tactic for Ceres is simple. You basically just use the ice beam to freeze all of its segments. Then, using missiles, you can knock off the protective shell. And then once the shell's been knocked off, you can beam him to death. He's really easy.
Yeah, he doesn't look that bad.
Like, the biggest thing is that there's spikes on the floor, and he can destroy the platforms you're on, but honestly, he's not that bad.
But the amount of health you have and how it's going, yeah, I can kind of tell the spikes on that.
He's also a tightwad. Doesn't even drop any like energy or missiles for you. Cheapskate. But yeah, as you can see, the ice beam will just straight up kill weaker enemies. And nice attention to detail if they don't just outright shatter. Enemies frozen underwater will actually float up to the surface because ice is less dense than water. Oh, right! These are where the last two Metroids are. So this one's kind of a gimme because Gammas have to follow water physics. You don't. Oh, you survived 2 super missiles. That took 3 super missiles. What happened to you? And that should be the last Metroids in the area.
Yep.
Alright, so but there's still more to explore down here.
Earthquake.
But yeah, basically, as far as the ice beam's concerned, or in this game, as far as the ice beam's concerned, it's just raw damage. Weaker enemies that don't die in, or weaker enemies that die in one shot just insta-die from being frozen. And I believe we want to go this way first. Ah, yes. I believe these are crumble blocks down here, like on that ledge. Because the idea here is that this is supposed to be a morph ball maze. So, something else I've kind of neglected to mention, one of the other nice uses of power bombs is, just like in Metroid Zero Mission, you can use power bombs to discern what kind of blocks are around you, if any specialty blocks are in the area. It will instantly destroy... It'll destroy regular destructible blocks, and it will destroy bomb blocks, but if there's any missile, super missile, or screw attack blocks, it will reveal them for you. Now, if memory serves, I don't think that's a speed booster thing. No. Okay. So what we gotta do is we gotta build up a speed boost. Oh, that's not what I needed to do. There we go. Get through that thing, and then we can head this way. I think it's right about here. Ah, almost. It was right next to it. I can get a speed boost. Come on, Samus. There we go.
We missed something. Oh, spikes.
There is one energy tank left.
Energy tank. And then we'll have all of them.
Yep.
Is it in the final area?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There's an area up above that I don't think... Hold on. Can I shine spark through that? No. I guess I have to go around to get up there? Because I'm pretty sure all of this is, like, speed boost block. Actually, wait. Can I shine... Yeah, I can get a shine spark through here. There we go. Well, not a shine spark, but a speed boost. Let's see.
That worked.
Ah, 4 speed boost blocks. Okay. Ah, it's this room. I'm coming through here backwards. Okay. Okay, there's just barely not enough room. I couldn't have done that more perfectly if I tried, and I didn't do that on purpose either.
Nice.
What you're kind of supposed to do is, if you come from this side, you're supposed to build up a speed boost. Yeah, let me see if I can do it. And kind of do like this. That's how you're supposed to get through there. Now that will take us back outside, so there's still this little area down here. Ah, yes. To get rid of those, you have to freeze them with the ice beam and then hit them with a single missile.
Yep.
They are literally just there to get in your way, not do anything else. Okay.
Alright.
There are 2 rooms left, both of which will require backtracking.
Alright. So basically we've cleared out most of this one.
Yeah, there's just a couple of areas...
At least until Final Cleanup.
Well, there's still a couple of things we can get while we're here. For instance, once I clear out all of these things... Now, if my memory is serving me correctly... we need to stand here. Ah, no, not quite. Just a little bit off.
You were close.
It was on the other platform, I think. Or is it right here? There we go.
Missile tank.
Yep, that gets that one, and the only items left to get
230.
to get this one over here, we're gonna have to go like back in the main entrance and go up and around. But going through there shouldn't be a problem because now we've got the screw attack. We can just destroy these things.
Yeah, there's no longer challenge here. It's just kind of smash our way through.
These guys are completely enclosed, so... Oh! The ice beam just destroys them, so yeah, we don't even have to worry about these guys anymore. For some reason, I remember the ice beam setting them off, but I guess not.
No, it just turns them into ice cubes. Perfect.
I believe I would not be remiss to say, screw all y'all, I got the screw attack.
Remember when this was a challenge?
Like I said, I love what this game does with the power-ups, is it makes you go through a challenge that the power-up could easily solve without it first, so that way when you backtrack through it eventually with the power-up, you can just go like, oh yeah.
Like, you can feel the progress you're making.
Yes. And now we can get this.
Uber missiles.
Now, there's only 2 areas left, which require using some chutes to get to. Yeah, just EMPing these guys is the easier way to deal with that. Okay. So from here, I think we can actually cut through this room. Because if I'm not mistaken, if we go this way... That works. I believe through here, yeah, we can just screw attack through the ceiling. So that makes getting through here a lot easier. Okay, so we can get back to the purple room that way. I need to go this way first. And see what's over here. Hello, powerbomb tank.
Nice. We're to 8.
Now, I think the only area left is the purple room, but before I go up there, I want to cross-reference the map, because this area is huge. I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything, though. Let's see.
It looks like it. There's like a few spots you can go still that are outside on the left side, but...
As far as this cave is concerned, no, that is everything in here except for the purple area. So, let's head back up.
Alright.
You know what?
to purple.
Now, you want to know the nice thing about the purple area?
Yeah.
Look where we are now.
Ah.
The purple area is basically a warp zone that takes you back to all previous zones. And I don't want to go down this one. I think the one I want is over here. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Because this takes us back to the Golden Temple, which there is actually a few things here we do need to grab.
I'm assuming now it's time to start the item from
That is more or less what the purple area is for, is to make it easier for you to backtrack and get all the items you missed. Because there are some things that you just could not get until now.
I mean, we got a lot of things. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yep.
A little ball thing.
Because every single area, I think except for the tower, has one of these little things. This one's probably the most difficult because there's so many ways for the ball to just bounce out of a door. There we go. And I immediately send it careening out the door anyway.
You almost got it, and
Almost.
then you messed it up.
Yep. Man, Samus is being slippery today. No.
Yeah, you did it.
So now we get to have some fun with probably the biggest obstacle course in the game. Like, what they're asking us to do here is something straight out of Zero Mission.
God damn it.
Thankfully, unlike Zero Mission, if you mess up, you don't have to, like, leave the room and come back. You can take it in nice, easy steps.
Nice shine spark is ball.
Yep, you have to ball spark to get through there.
That's really funny.
And that is probably the most difficult item to get in the game. They really don't get much harder than that.
Yep, well, you got it.
Well, there's still a few more things we need to do up here. Besides item collection, there is also map coverage. Let's see.
There's a few spots missed in the cave up there.
Yeah, there's a few spots missed in the cave, there's a few spots missed in the tunnel, and there's one more item I think we need to grab up here, at least if the map is any indication. We need to go back to where... It'd be faster to go up. There is an item back where the Ancient Guardian is, where we did that spider ball puzzle to get a missile tank. Now that we have power bombs, we can actually go through the power bomb door that's up there and get some more goodies.
Alright, just some nice map completion here.
Eat it! Of course, now that we have power bombs, we don't actually have to worry about this mess.
Bombs.
And I do believe that is the last item in the Golden Temple. I'm lazy. Okay, we need to backtrack a little bit to get that corner up there, and we can also get the top area where Samus's ship is while we're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we might as well.
Because now that we could have done that when we had gotten Space Jump, but it's just easier to do it now, since the game more or less drops us off up here anyway.
Yeah, this is again, we're kind of in the clean up the maps thing, where it's just getting everything we've missed since we now have all power-ups.
Even so, we haven't been everywhere. Because there's still a few areas that have power-ups that we haven't been to yet.
Yeah, we have all the unique ones though.
Yep.
So we're fully kitted out. It's just getting a few more like ammo increases essentially is
How
left.
dare you? You can also see as well, it's sunset.
Alright, slowly going across.
Also, fun fact, there's a damage field at the top of the screen. So, no going into SR-388's atmosphere for Samus.
Okay.
I wonder what this stuff is. Well, if a power bomb and a super missile can't get through it, we ain't getting through it.
I wonder what that's for.
Okay. I think it's just the area like immediately above the ship, and we should be good.
Yep, we're almost done with this section now.
Okay. So that's everything on the surface. We can head back to the Golden Temple and head back to the pipe room. Because now we can go to other areas now. And more or less, the purple area letting you backtrack like this is more or less just to kind of get super missiles and power bombs, really. Like, there are a few missile tanks scattered about here and there, but it's mostly super missiles and power bombs. Like, to kind of give you
right now your missiles are at 230.
Let's see, there are a grand total of 1 energy tank, 4 missile tanks, 2 super missile tanks, and 5 power bomb tanks left.
Nice.
Just prep. Down you go. It's like freezing a Mactera.
Yeah.
Let's see, I don't think there's anything else in here. No. So we're good to go. We can hit up the purple room and head back.
Alright.
Quickest way to get back would be this way. You can see just how much faster we're moving now, just in general.
Yep.
Like between the speed booster, spring ball, space jump, we can just kind of go really anywhere with haste. Alright. Now I believe in order to get to the second area, which is the... not the manufacturing plant, it was the hydro station. To get there, we need to go this way. This takes us to the tower. But if you'll recall, when we were on our way out, there was a power bomb thing down, or not a power bomb, a screw attack thing down here. And this takes us to the distribution, or not the distribution center, the hydro station. So this one's actually nice. Because this one has 2 doors out of here. Alright, so let's see. We need to go this way, because there's still a few things. And for this one, we actually want to go back into the Metroid breeding grounds. So, first things first, we need to kind of clear everything out of here. I don't know if power bombs set off the EMP thing. They might, but I don't know. But there is one of those little balls up here. Thankfully, spikes are not dangerous to this thing. It just needs to get down the hole. There you go. That's right, Gravity, do your thing. This should let us in here. Notice that odd-looking block. You need to aim at that and shoot a super missile.
Alright.
Otherwise, you won't be able to get up a speed boost and get this super missile tank. Alright, so I'm going to save myself some backtracking, and I actually want to do this next part in a particular way. Also, nice feature of the gravity suit, the corrosive moss no longer hurts us. So we can walk around in here freely. Which is actually a good thing, because we want to go back in here. This area is full of it. Okay. Where are you? Right there. Okay. So we are looking at this particular block on the end of the platform right here, the one that's covered in moss. So we get to do a particularly tricky Shine Spark setup. Because there's not quite enough room to like run into the ledge and save a shine spark up there. See? I just fly right over it. So... Yep. I'd argue this one's actually probably trickier than the one in the Golden Temple, just because you have so little room for error in here. There's also, like, just the room layout in general is not working with you. Ah, wait a minute. I think I see how to do this a little bit easier. Speaking of that room. There you go. That's how you do it. Coming up here gets you a missile. And also a power bomb. Yeah, you could have gotten that power bomb at any time just by screw attacking that wall, but it's just easier to do it the speed boost way. Get the missile, and you're good to go. You can get both instead of having to backtrack to get the missile after getting the power bomb. Ah, spikes. Since we're already here at the tower, we might as well take a look and see if we're missing anything. I don't think we are. Let's see. No, the tower is clear, because the tower is the only area that doesn't have one of those golf course things that you have to do. I mean, I guess technically the mining facility doesn't have that either, but there's no little thing that gets you up there. If you missed anything up there, you'll have to backtrack for it. There's just one more place to go, and I think it's this one right here. This was the factory, I think. There are 2 items up here, and we actually want to make a side trip while we're up here as well. Looking at it, yes, there are only 2 items we're missing. One of which involves the golf course puzzle. That's for this area. And the other involves some creative shine sparking.
Alright.
Also, conveniently, the screw attack also destroys this sand, so just jump on through.
Nice.
I can get through. Come on, up you go, Samus. Alright, so in order to get this next item, we gotta deal with these idiots. And unfortunately, even with all of this power we've got, the best way to deal with them is just 2 missiles. Because even the plasma beam can't harm them when they're like that. These things are basically Mets from the Mega Man games. Can't hurt them at all when they're hiding under their hat like that. However, unlike Mets, these guys don't shoot you. They just walk into you and that's it. There's like 4 of these. So what we're supposed to do here... Nope, that wasn't right. What you're supposed to do... The hard way to do this is to do the diagonal shine spark. But what you're supposed to do is you have to build up a speed boost, get a shine spark going, not do that.
Perfect.
Okay. I don't think I need a super missile, but I do need a power bomb, so I'll need to... Oh, she wouldn't stop somersaulting. Basically what you have to do is you have to save a Shine Spark, get in here, use a power bomb, and then Shine Spark to get through the, You know what? I'm gonna super missile you, because I just don't want to deal with your shenanigans. Open that door, make this a little bit easier.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And of course, a power bomb. A power bomb for a power bomb. Alright, the next item we need is through here. I think technically you need super missiles to get this, but you can't really do anything with it until you, let's grab some. You can't technically really do anything with it until you get the distribution center opened up. Because, hey, look what we got.
Yeah.
Okay, no, power bombs do not disrupt this thing. Okay, there are a grand total of 2 power bombs left, and I happen to know where they are.
We're getting there.
Okay, so instead of going back to the purple room, we are going to be taking a side trip to an area that we haven't been to for a while. I think we went there a grand total of once and didn't really do much while we were there. Oh yeah, because we're wearing the gravity suit, we are also immune to lava. So, yay! So, Jaren, you might recognize this area as the campsite of the research team. You can go to this next area as soon as you have power bombs. For those of you playing along, I would not recommend coming up here until you have at least 6, because there are 2 power bombs up here. 2 power bomb tanks, I should say. No Metroids here, but the GFS Thoth.
The GFS Thoth is a Griffin-class ship. Once an escort of Olympus-class battleships, it has since been converted into a research vessel. Its crew has continuously helped the Federation explore planets, ancient civilizations, and study species throughout the galaxy. The Thoth carries portable drilling machinery for excavations. The ship landed on a small valley. The present dig site connects directly to the underground research lab. An Anher-class gunship is also nearby, registered to the rescue team.
You'll notice the music playing up here is also pretty eerie. Boom! So, we killed that guy kind of quickly, but to anybody who's played Metroid Fusion, this room should look pretty familiar.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty sure that's the room in Fusion that kind of starts Fusion's entire story plot.
Yep, it is. We can just walk on the ship. Like, nobody cares. I mean, nobody probably does care, because I'm pretty sure all the research team are dead, so... not like they can do anything about it. And there's the rescue team's ship in the background. And by the way, that was the last power bomb tank in the game. We have all 20 now.
Nice. Yeah, I'm assuming mostly map completion in this area, which is going to take a little bit, but not too bad.
Yep, map completion,
And
and there is one more item we need to pick up in here.
So there's like one item on the ship.
Yep.
Surprising it's just one.
I mean, look at the map. Like, that entire blank space beneath me is the ship. The ship's not that big.
Ah.
As you can see, more dead research team members.
Yeah.
And going through there leads out the front of the ship.
Login tree. The monitor sensor the motion sensor monitor system displays as following. Level 1 storage, no signal. Level 1 lobby, no signal. Level 2 comms room, no signal. Level 2 west wing, no signal. Level 3 east wing, movement detected.
We're not alone in here. I think this is a nice touch. That down there is literally a Metroid Fusion save pad.
Yep.
You can see they got some stasis tanks here. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Something broke out. But that's our last energy tank. There are 2 missiles and 1 super missile tank left.
Yep. Scanning bioform.
Genesis.
An ambush predator. This blind animal has adapted to hunt in the dark, relying on specialized senses to stalk prey. Its body offers little protection and will attempt to conceal itself in the shadows as a result. Its acidic blood is used as a projectile via auto-hemorrhaging.
You're welcome.
Yeah. The Genesis naturally hunts in groups, making it a highly successful species with little need to evolve. Its DNA suggests it belongs to the oldest living lineage on SR-388, granting its name.
So a lot of people who played this game without really knowing much about the other Metroid games were a bit confused as to why this guy was here. Because he only shows up in one other Metroid game in a not very noteworthy role at that. Genesis originated in Metroid Fusion as a random enemy that in all places you find in a wall. Like, you go through this, like, air duct system and you find them hanging out in the ceiling. That's more or less
Yeah.
all they're there for. But to kind of give some perspective, once you actually can take a good look at it, this thing's got pitch black skin, it spits acidic blood, and it's an ambush predator. Where have I heard that before? So, something about this guy, because he's lightly armored, he's also very evasive. You can see he jumps around everywhere. However, what's the best thing to use against somebody who's evasive?
Power bomb.
Splash damage! 10 power bombs will do this guy in.
And it does not appear like it's going to be a super hard fight.
It's hard if you try and fight him the conventional way. Because he is,
Yeah.
like I said, he is very evasive.
Yeah, but, 10 power bombs.
I like this because it makes power bombs useful in a boss fight. In pretty much every other Metroid game that includes them outside of very specific circumstances, one of which includes Other M, which you have mentioned that you have played, bosses are immune to power bombs. So the fact that this game includes a boss that is more or less weak to power bombs is very,
awesome.
very nice.
Yeah. And I will say, I didn't actually finish Other M, because Other M is kind of pain to play, but...
Yeah.
I got farther in it than I was expecting, if I'm honest. I still
will
didn't
say-
get very far.
I will say Other M is noteworthy for being one of the few Metroid games where you can use a power bomb to kill a boss.
Yeah.
But that's it for the GFS Thoth area. That's the entire, upper area of the planet. And that should be pretty much everything except for, like I said, 2 missile tanks and a super missile tank. And to get the rest of those, that's further in than we've been. So we get to head back to the distribution center and continue deeper into the planet. There's not much left.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
Can we finish in half an hour?
More than likely. Even if we can't, we can go a little long. It's not going to hurt anything if we do.
Alright.
Go this way. I went the wrong direction. There we go.
Oops.
I would also like to go ahead and point out, there are no more Gamma Metroids in the game. We have killed all of the Gammas. I believe we have killed all of the Zetas as well, but I could be mistaken. There is still at least one more Alpha running around.
And then maybe a new type.
Yep.
Yeah. I figured.
Okay. We need to go this way.
And also, this game's plot is also setting up fusion in general, of course.
Yep. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've been
'Cause-
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, because us destroying all of the Metroids has ramifications.
Yep. You don't just remove an apex predator without adversely affecting the local food chain.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done a nicer shot if I tried.
Nice.
What is it with me and streaming anything that involves golf getting really unlikely shots?
I don't know.
I remember in Dark Cloud 2 when I was playing Spheda, I want to say it was in Mount Gundor. I managed to not once but twice actually get the ball to bounce under the hole and then like magnetize its way back by doing a U-turn behind it, like bouncing, doing a U-turn in midair and then landing in the hole. I did that twice. Yeah, that thing down there is why we couldn't have taken the normal path. But, yeah, we are basically almost done, because now we can go this way. Yeah, there's nothing in the main tunnel missing, I don't think. Everything else should just be down here. And there's only the 3 items, so... So I think there's a screw attack thing down here. Yeah. Oh, also, now that we have the ice beam... Thought there was a shortcut down there, I guess not. But now that we have the ice beam, if we ever encounter them again, which I'm pretty sure we will. Well, these guys aren't a threat anymore because we can just screw attack into them. But...
Yep.
Yeah, the enemies down here actually have the HP to tank the ice beam. Ah, there is an item here. Missile tank. Alright, there is one more missile tank and one super missile.
So we only have like literally 2 more items to find in the rest of the playthrough?
Yep.
Dang.
And they're both on the beaten path, too.
Nice.
Come on, Samus.
Oh.
You get barely just enough room. Yeah, that was not worth it at all. But yeah, here you can see the elevator shaft that took us way down to where we got the power bombs. Also, these spike guys, I more or less just ignore them, because, yeah, screw attack just murders them. Okay, the last missile tank should be down here. And that just leaves a super missile.
Yep, to get us to 20 supers.
Oh yeah, these things aren't a threat anymore either, because the ice beam just destroys them. Yeah, basically at this
And
point...
screw attack.
Yeah, basically at this point, nothing's a threat, really.
One Metroid in the area.
A lone alpha Metroid, this deep in the planet, I might add.
Interesting.
Oh, now that's interesting. The lava level rose.
Yeah.
There's another Metroid here. Yeah, way to go up, Samus. I'd also like to point out that even though we were in the GFS Thoth area, the only sign we've seen of the rescue team has been their ship. Wait. You hear that?
Huh.
Sounds like gunfire. The Omega Metroid.
The apex predator of SR-388. The Omega Metroid exhibits devastating strength. An impact from its claws can severely cripple or kill large animals, while the most heavily armored prey are flung through the air. Despite its towering figure, it can leap and use its weight as a weapon. Glands in the mouth ignite its saliva, turning it into an organic flamethrower. Its membrane is great and thick, and maximum firepower is strongly recommended. This is the final stage in a Metroid's life cycle, and very few manage to reach it. Its size is a result of the prior form's muscles rapidly expanding to massive proportions.
Okay, so the Omega Metroid, despite being touted as the big bad Metroid that you really want to be scared of, I honestly find Zetas to be worse than these. These guys are harder to dodge in cramped spaces because of their size, but they're honestly not that bad, and half the time they let you get free shots on them because they turn around at inopportune moments. But these are also the only Metroids that have two weak spots. You don't see it in the picture here, but they've got the central membrane, and they have two different moves where they jump and create like an invisible shockwave. Basically, whenever they jump, if you are not in the air when they land, they knock you over. Both of those, or at least one of those attacks, opens up a plate in its back. If you hit the membrane that's underneath that plate, whatever you hit it with does triple damage. Which means if you hit a super missile in the back, you just did 15 missiles worth of damage to it. See, right there.
Yep.
Boom! But yeah, these things are intended to be fought with super missiles. But as you can see, not that bad.
Well, they're dead.
And the final fate of the rescue team.
The search and rescue team was an elite combat group consisting of heavily armed soldiers. Their mission? Locate and extract any surviving personnel from the missing research team. There are no survivors among the search and rescue team.
And the final super missile tank.
Yep.
Something's not happy with us. We just heard a loud roar. But yeah, we are currently sitting at 100% items. We've got max energy and max ammunition across all the boards.
Nice. At this point, it's just map completion, basically.
Map completion and story progress, that's it. There is no other side stuff. Well, kind of. There's one more side thing in the very final area, but we'll get to that when we get to it. It's mostly a map completion thing.
There we go. Full map completion of the round.
Yep, looks good.
We're doing good. Onwards.
No reason not to save.
Yup.
And to kind of give you an idea, there's only 12 Metroids left. There was over 50 when we got here. Memory serves, there's a little bit of map. Right here? There we go. Oh, almost. I was just barely not in the right spot. Or did I get it? No, I missed it. Okay. I need to try that again. Right about here. Yeah, because there's this little square right here. That's the only way you can get that. Nice little shortcut if you're a speedrunner, but we go for 100% map completion around here. Did we get an entry for this place? Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll be getting it soon. But needless to say, this place is creepy.
Yep.
Ah, there we go.
Here it is.
The nest.
This area is infested with thick, globe-like masses composed mostly of crystallized carbohydrates. Those that have yet to harden are constantly moved by the airflow created from the slightest motion of nearby creatures. Only the most adaptable life forms can thrive in this ecosystem.
Yep, only the hardiest of life forms, which means whatever the heck these things are, and Omega Metroids. There are 3 tunnels branching off of the main kind of shaft there. For more efficient progress, we want to go top to bottom. So we're going to start by going this way. Now, something that's important to note is I'm going to want to be killing as many of those little guys as I can between fights, because they have a really good chance of dropping super missiles.
That's one dead.
Yeah, you do a ton of damage if you can hit that weak spot on their back.
Yeah.
Alright. That's basically us filled up. See what I mean when I say that these guys are easy?
Yeah.
Like, for
They
being...
look menacing. They're not.
Like, for being the biggest, baddest of the Metroids, they go down like chumps. Now, granted, a big part of that is being able to hit the weak point in their back. Hitting that even once trivializes them considerably. But apparently in version 1.0, before they added patches in, those guys used to be really nasty. And they ended up getting nerfed, so technically this is the nerfed version of them. But I don't know if they like got nerfed from their damage output or their health or what, but as you have seen even earlier, Zetas give me more trouble than these guys do. Assuming they don't pin me against the ceiling. Now watch, he'll turn around once he gets me close. Yeah. And exposes his... Oh, I missed. He exposed his back like a dumbass. But yeah, you'll see, unlike the Zetas and the other Metroids, they kind of walk away from you when they've got you in a corner. Or usually they do. See? Though getting out of the corner seems to be a bit of a problem.
This one's gone a little worse.
Yeah. But still, overall, not bad. And that was the last local Metroid, which conveniently allows us to go down here. And at this point, because we have the gravity suit, we are immune to lava damage. So, in addition to the lava, there are also physical barriers blocking our path from making progress until we destroy all the Metroids. Usually in the form of indestructible rocks.
Save point.
Yep. And there is only a single digit number of Metroids in the world now. So we are nearly done with our task.
That definitely won't have any ramifications that cause entire sequels.
Yep.
AKA Fusion and Metroid Dread. I mean, technically more because there's other games between this and Fusion, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The killing all Metroids thing sets up Fusion, Fusion sets up Dread. God, it took them forever to freaking do a game after Fusion.
I mean, that's because they were mostly focused on the Prime games after Fusion.
Prime, Other M, which Other M kind of flopped, and I'm trying to think if they did anything else. Because Metroid kind of had a hiatus for a while.
I mean, technically speaking, if you're looking in terms of release date, Zero Mission was released after Fusion.
Yeah, there was that, but that's technically a remake. But it took them a while to follow up on Fusion.
I mean, in general, when it comes to Nintendo, if your name isn't Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, or Animal Crossing, they don't care about you too much. Oh, and Kirby. I forgot about Kirby.
Oh, well, the thing is Kirby has a defender that makes sure that Kirby gets good stuff.
Yeah.
You can tell Sakurai loves Kirby.
I mean, Kirby's...
He loves his creation.
I'm about to say, Kirby's his brainchild. He deserves, if anything, if any franchise deserves to be loved by its creator, it's definitely Kirby. But
yeah, Kirby is a great series.
But yeah, no, definitely cannot blame Sakurai for loving Kirby. But yeah, basically, if you're not any of those big names, Nintendo really doesn't give two shits.
There's a few others. Modern day, we have Splatoon that's also being pretty well handled.
I think Splatoon technically is also live service, though, isn't it?
Kinda. It's a multiplayer shooter for the most part. Although the next one's not, which is kind of funny.
Well, because I think
there's a spin-off coming out soon.
it's actually funny that you mention a multiplayer shooter, because that's what originally they were planning on doing with Metroid. Because that's why the Prime games, for the most part, exist.
Yeah, although Prime ended up not being a multiplayer game.
They tried. They tried that
They
with
tried Federation Force.
No, I'm talking like Metroid Prime Hunters. That was released for
yeah,
the.
that one too. That one too.
That was released for the DS as a multiplayer shooter. So we are in the final area of the game now, and there is one last little sort of side thing right in this room. Another one of these warp tubes. And this one spits us out in the hydro plant. So, if we really needed to do any sort of last-minute item clearance, we could do it now, but we don't need to.
We already did it.
We have everything.
We did it. We have everything, and we have... Hopefully, we will all have map completion done, too.
The only map completion left to do is basically everything between here and the top of the map.
Yep, final area.
Mm-hmm. And you'll notice that Chozo statue is broken.
Yep.
In the original Metroid 2, if you didn't have it before coming in here, that Chozo statue would give you the ice beam.
Yep.
9, potentially 10 if that egg hatches. Get off of me!
There it is. There it is.
Larval Metroids.
Yep, and that's why you need the ice beam. Oh, log entries.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm glad you caught that. I was busy super missiling something. Let's see.
There might be a second for regular Metroids, not sure. For the gravity, genetics lab.
Yep.
Suspended above an abandoned city are the remains of a laboratory. Scanners confirm there was extremely sophisticated equipment to be found, along with scientific data of incalculable magnitude. Only stasis tanks are left. Organic traces within suggest genetic research and DNA manipulation. Biogenetic substances of an unknown age coat the laboratory's walls.
This is where the Metroids were created.
Can you double check the logbook just to make sure we didn't miss like another one? Just real quick. Did we get... Nope. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. Basically, if a door locks, there's a larval Metroid in here somewhere. And just like in Torian, you want to freeze them and then hit them with a super missile. More of this weird green stuff. That should be it. Okay, so now that we've killed all of the larval Metroids, this is as much of the map as you can cover without going past the point of no return. So I'm going to go back and save real quick. And then we'll finish this off.
All right.
Oh, right. I'm like, why is there just a ceiling here? Need to blow it up, that's why.
Yep. Time to save the game before the final sequence.
Yep, and we've already had the escape sequence, so we know that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, the only save point is all the way back at the beginning of the genetics lab.
Which is incredibly annoying.
I mean, it used to be worse. If you wanted to backtrack to the other areas, like I said, this little warp pipe down here was added in 1.1. In 1.0, since that wasn't there, if you wanted to go back to the main map area, you had to walk all the way back, like through the nest and whatnot. Yeah. Alright, final save. We don't need to do like a victory lap or anything, because we've already cleared all the items out.
It's just time to go deal with Metroid, the last Metroid remaining.
Yep. Assuming, again, that egg doesn't hatch. Which, if it does hatch, that'll be one more Metroid we need to kill. But it's just one more Metroid. That shouldn't be a huge deal.
Alright, time for point of no return.
Time to find out the source of that roaring. You're big. The Queen Metroid.
The only Metroid organism naturally capable of producing offspring. The Queen is the heart of the species and mother of every Metroid born on SR-388. Her role in the hive has hindered her mobility, yet encouraged the development of a long neck and massive head to strike at a distance. Her cell structure indicates she is heavily aged, possibly as old as the lab she has settled in. The years have reinforced her torso to impenetrable levels. The Queen's genetic coding is distinct from the other Metroids, and she may have gone through a unique life cycle to attain her form.
This is quite possibly the first Metroid. It's got pretty simple patterns. You want to super missile it in the face. It'll roar before it extends its neck at you, and periodically it'll go invincible and spawn these little slime things. You can destroy the slime things for pickups, and as you damage it, it will get faster. Once you've dealt enough damage to transition a phase, she'll launch a fireball. And we just gotta keep moving. this one's basically just a back and forth where you have to, if she goes up, be below her and attack from below. If she's going down, jump over her and shoot down. Unfortunately, power bombs don't really have much of a use in the fight. You can use them against the, You can use them against the little slime things that she spawns, but the ice beam's just better for dealing with them. She's starting to slow back down. It's a pretty easy cycle.
Yep.
Ooh, she's speeding up now. She's getting angry. End of the line. Nowhere else to go. Except in. So,
Well,
technically, Other M did that first. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there's not a really good likelihood of you going back to Other M anytime soon.
I've seen the full game, I'm pretty sure. It's just been a long time.
Okay, so it's not really a spoiler for you to know that there is a Queen Metroid you have to fight in Metroid Other M. And probably the biggest kind of curveball in that fight is that for the entire game, you have not been authorized to use power bombs because they are effectively pocket nukes. And at that point in time, the game allows you to use power bombs and does not announce it. The reason that came about, however, was in the original Metroid 2. You could stun the Queen, Morph Ball, roll into her stomach, and plant regular bombs in her gut. It's not attacking. Ah, so that's what the crystalline green stuff is. It's Metroid baby food. I mean, that makes sense. The entry for the nest did say that these things were more than likely crystallized carbohydrates. And what are
Yep.
carbohydrates but the nutrients that primarily give the body energy? You eat your fill, little guy. And hey, look where we are.
Right near the ship.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will go ahead and point something out here because AM2R was released before the release of Samus Returns. The 3DS Samus Returns, because, you know, that's the whole reason Nintendo C&D'd it in the first place. But something that's a bit different from the vanilla Metroid 2, that AM2R follows the end of Metroid 2 pretty loyally. Once you kill the Metroid Queen and this Metroid larva hatches, it's just a nice, brisk walk back to your ship, and you see with the death of the Metroid Queen, there's been a massive cave-in. We cannot go back to the main map. Once you jump into the boss arena with the Metroid Queen, it's do or die. However, in Samus Returns, once you leave the tunnel that takes you back to the surface, you've got one last surprise waiting for you. This valley over here in Samus Returns is a battleground where you run into Ridley, of all people. But that's not something we're going to have to worry about. For now, our mission's done. Let's get out of here.
Yep. We leave with the last Metroid in the universe. For now. Nice.
And here we have the fan credits. Go ahead and let
Yep.
these roll. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just barely get the worst ending by like 13 seconds. Had I not stopped to talk about Ridley, we probably could have gotten a better ending. But it's whatever. It's just a different artwork.
That's fine. That's really funny.
Yeah. I believe the thresholds are over 4 hours, between 2 and 4 hours, and then under 2 hours. My last practice run clocked in at like 340 something.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
To be continued in later games.
Yep. Now, I will actually go ahead and go to the gallery, because you can actually see... This is what we would have gotten had I not dawdled on the surface.
Yeah.
Literally just 13 seconds. 13 seconds,
Yeah,
man.
that's really fun. Or any one of the multiple, like, moments in the run where we might have saved a bit of extra time, either by not having a minor mistake somewhere or something like that.
I'm no speedrunner, so, like, I don't care
It's
that
fine.
much, but...
In the under 2 hours, probably it's the miss some items kind of thing.
You're gonna have to give up items on that one, I think, or at least the way I play. I'd have to give up some items.
You'd have to give up probably quite a few of the missiles, some of them.
I would have to give up quite a few missiles, about roughly half the power bombs, because, like, really, in order to go everywhere,
Yeah.
you only really need 6, because you get the 2 power bomb tanks up at the GFS Thoth. That gives you 10, which is enough to kill Genesis, and get the energy tank. And of course, the GFS Thoth on its own is entirely optional. You don't have to go up there.
Yeah, you can ignore that completely.
Yeah.
It's just for an energy tank.
Yeah, energy tank and 2 power bombs, but that's it. But yeah, that's it. That's AM2R.
Yeah.
We finished the game. We have the last Metroid. And we won't see what comes of that until the eventual Super Metroid playthrough, whenever I get around to that. Someday.
Yeah. Because Super Metroid continues directly off of this, but the ramifications run deep as this also sets the stage for Fusion.
I will
later on.
actually go ahead and mention that room next to the GFS Thoth with the lone Hor node in it. That should look familiar to anybody playing Metroid Fusion. Had I been playing Had I been playing a more up-to-date version of AM2R, there have been some fan patches added in. I think it's up to version 1.4 or 1.5. One of those two added an extended ending if you get 100% item collection, showing the resurfacing of certain creatures that begin attacking other wildlife now that the Metroids have been driven extinct on the planet. Starting with that Hor node in the cave.
Yep.
But that won't become apparent until after Samus's next adventure. So
Yep.
that's going to be it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed coming along, Jaren. It was nice having you.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And I will see all of you next time. Have a good night, everybody, and sleep well. And goodbye
Goodbye.
to you, Jaren. Have a good night.
Good night.